Okay, listen up. If you're in between the ages of 13 to 18, this video will give you some of the best value that you've gotten out of a video in a very long time. I've been creating content for almost a year and a half now, helping students get better grades by becoming productive, improving time management, and all that stuff. But if I'm being very honest with you, I think this is one of my most valuable videos I've ever uploaded on my channel. In this video, I'll give you 11 crucial life lessons that I wish I could just go back in time and give to my 13-year-old self. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the first lesson. Lesson number 1, make more memories. Honestly, I'll be very real with you. This is something that I just realized is that I need to be making a lot more memories than I think. Because the thing is, we're gonna grow old eventually, and if you ask a lot of old people, I've seen a lot of interviews and documentaries where people go around and ask old people, and a lot of old people say what they regret in life is not doing this, is not spending time with this person. They regret working too much. You know, anyone who grows old, they have particular regrets, and most of those regrets are just, I wish I did this, I wish I did this, oh, I wish I spent more time with them. Like, it's all about making memories. Yes, you got to work hard, yes, you got to study, yes, you got to do all that, but that doesn't mean you can't, go ahead and make a lot of memories. So for example, like, go out with your friends, do dumb stuff, like climb stuff, I don't know, do parkour, like, what I'm trying to say, like, make memories that, like, in, let's say, 5 years time, or even like next year, you're gonna look back and say, damn, that time was really, really fun. And the mini point that I'll add to this is that take a lot more pictures and videos, because the amount of pictures and videos I used to take, so I had a pretty big friend group when I was back in Dubai, and I still obviously keep in touch with them, but I'm not with them. Every time we used to go out, even in school, whether we were doing dumb stuff, whatever we were doing, I would always make sure I would be recording it, taking pictures, just keeping those memories. And now, like, sometimes when I'm talking to them, and or like I'm going back in my gallery or like my photos, I just can't come across those videos and pictures, and I'm like, wow, what a time. And then I end up sending it to the group chat, and then everyone just discusses, oh, we had so much fun, and like we did this. Because if we don't do it, if we don't record it or don't take a picture, then it's only going to be in the memories. But I would rather have it in my memory and also as physical evidence, like, oh, we did this, you can maybe show it to, like, your I don't know, your kids down the line or whatever it may be. Like, it's just good to have pictures and videos of all the dumb stuff or all the memories that you make with your friends, your family, whatever it is, because then you're going to look back at it in once, like, down the line, and say, wow, that time was really fun. The next lesson is get physically healthy. I always say this, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. There's a quote that says, no man should be able to grow old without seeing what his body is capable of. And I think that's just beautiful. It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, you should be able to see what your body is actually capable of. How much muscle you can build, how good you can actually look when you're lean as hell. Like, I love food, don't get me wrong. Food is like the best thing in this world, hands down. And I love eating. But I'll be very real. Sometimes if you're not careful, you can eat way too much. And 8 months ago, or like not even 8 months ago, actually like 6 months ago, I was at my heaviest. I was 84 kgs, extremely overweight, very bloated all the time, puffy face, whatever. I was just fat. I was fat and ugly, and that's how I would put it, really. Now I realized that, damn, I'm getting really, really fat. So I started going to the gym consistently, built muscle, lost weight, calorie deficit, all that stuff, whatever it is. And I cut down to 76, and I'm going to continue cutting until I get visibly lean and get abs, whatever. But the thing is, just because you love food so much doesn't mean you should, like, sacrifice your health for it. You know what I mean? And even if you do love food, there are a lot of good alternatives that you can enjoy really, really good food without consuming an insane amount of calories. Like, I would recommend every single person, if you don't go to the gym or whatever it is, if you don't pay attention to your diet, search up TDEE calculator. That's your total daily energy expenditure, and that tells you what is your maintenance calories and how much you need to be eating if you want to gain weight or you want to lose weight. 100% go ahead and check that out, because that's going to help you a lot. Lesson number 3, try different things. This is so important because you're not going to have the desire to try different stuff. Like, when you grow old, let's say you're 35 or whatever, you're not going to have that desire inside of you to, like, oh, let me go try this, let me go try this. That only exists when you're young. Like, let's say till you're like 25, and then when you get, like, if you get a job or whatever, then you have responsibilities, or you get married, then you have responsibilities, and you really can't take big risks because you have so much, like, other people depending on you. when you're young, so when you're like 18, when you're like 13 is a bit young, but like when you're 13 to like 20, let's say, you have a lot, you can do a lot more things and take a lot more risks, because it's affecting less people. It's mainly affecting you only. So go ahead and start that YouTube channel. Go ahead and post that video. Go ahead and flex your biceps on Instagram. Like, try different things. Go run a marathon. Do whatever you want. You know, you're young. You can try different things. And if you don't try different things, you're never going to truly find out what you enjoy and what you want to do in the future as well. Like, I would encourage everyone, if there's something that you really, really like. So for example, if you're a book lover, go ahead and write a book and try to publish it somewhere. Like, what's the worst that could happen? No one buys it? Fine, no problem. But like, what's the best that could happen? That book becomes a New York Times bestseller or whatever, you know? So like, try different things and just go for it. Like, don't think too much. Just try different things and see what you really enjoy. Lesson number 4 is become more interesting. What I mean by interesting is that you should have a your general knowledge should be really, really good. So, for example, this is a random example. I met someone at the gym who was from Ethiopia. Amazing guy, right? And we were working in between sets, and he asked, like, we started talking, and I'm like, he's like, where am I from? I'm like, I'm from Pakistan, but I lived my whole life in Dubai, and now I'm obviously in Canada. And then I was like, where are you from? He's like, I'm from Ethiopia. I'm like, okay, are you from Addis Ababa? And he's like, he just looks at me like, how did you know that? I'm like, good geography. And what that did is that allowed me to basically, like, he got more open with me. He got more comfortable with me, because he's like, yo, this guy knows about my country and whatnot. So like, when you know mildly interesting facts, or you know, like, your politics, you know, your history, you know different stuff. You don't know, you're not like an encyclopedia obviously, but like, you know a bit of everything. You can carry that on conversations. You know, let's say I just moved to Canada, and if I'm talking with like a CEO or like a very high ranking person in a company, and they enjoy baseball, but I have nothing about baseball, I know nothing about baseball, I can't really like connect with them on that level. As soon as like I meet them and I know about baseball, and I'm like, unfortunately the Blue Jays lost against the Dodgers, I was like, and then we can, you know, converse based on that, we can connect based on that. So once you like start picking up different stuff about countries, geography, history, politics, whatever it may be, you can just talk to a lot more people, get a lot more people comfortable with talking to you, and just basically form deeper connections, because that's how everything works. When like you know something that will appeal to them, they will come and talk to you. Simple as that. Lesson number 5. Stop letting fear control you. One of my favorite YouTubers are called Yes Theory, and Yes Theory, I've been watching them for like 7-8 years now, and they are like truly one of the best YouTube channels that exists on YouTube right now. I would highly recommend you go ahead and check them out. Basically, they have this slogan, should I say, that says, seek discomfort. And I think that is the most beautiful thing ever. Stop letting that fear control you. Like, if you're getting an opportunity to, let's say, go on stage and talk, go do it. Why are you letting fear control you? I understand like social anxiety and all that exists, but like, you shouldn't let fear control you, because once you let fear take over you, you're not going to be able to achieve something, because the greatest rewards come from taking the greatest risks, or putting yourself in uncomfortable positions will result in you like gaining some insane amount of like success, basically. Like, the more you basically stop letting fear control you and you just go do that thing that you really, really want to do, you're going to see yourself completely change. And I promise you, it is way better to regret doing something than not doing something. Like, let's say I have an opportunity to go and do a talk on a stage. I would 100% rather regret doing that talk after that talk is done than regret never doing the talk in the first place, because that's the regret of not doing something is just way, way, way worse than the regret of doing something and failing at it. So please, if there's something that you really want to do, don't let fear control it. Just go ahead and do it. Lesson number 6 is to pick up a side hustle. Picking up a side hustle is very, very, very important, because if you don't pick up a side hustle and let's say you get a job, you're going to be restricted to that job only. Like, let's say tomorrow I graduate from engineering and I go get a job at like a very good company. Yes, I have a job. Yes, I'll be earning, let's say 100, for example, 100K a year. But God forbid I lose a job, I'm cooked, right? Like, I have no other source of income. My only source of income is going to be that job. And God forbid I lose it, I'm finished. That's why you should really, really work on a side hustle. Whether that side hustle could be anything of your choice. Whether you want it to be content creation, whether you want to be copywriting, you want to do something else, you want to do coaching if you're going to the gym, or whatever it may be. It's completely up to you. But you should pick up a side hustle and not just a side hustle, different streams of income. So, for example, if I'm doing YouTube, I don't have just one stream of income. I have Google AdSense, I have sponsorships, I have UGC, I have like digital products, I have like 4 or 5. Like the better you grow on YouTube, the more revenue you can make, income streams you can make. But the point is, diversify your income and start working on it from now. Even if you're like 13 years old, content creation, LinkedIn, all that stuff, like start doing it. I'm not saying like you should get into that early. Enjoy your childhood, whatever it may be. But the earlier you start doing it, the more benefits you're going to see, because the way content creation or all that stuff works is it compounds over a long period of time. If I start something now, a year later, I might not see a big difference. 2 years later, I still might not see a big difference. But there's a very good concept in a book called Atomic Habits, and I think I have it as well. It's where you work, no result. Work, no result. You work a bit more, and all of a sudden you get an insane amount of result, just because that little work was compounding the whole time, and it just needed a little more work as a catalyst, and all of that work ended up resulting in success. So all you have to do is just pick up a side hustle, keep going at it. You don't have to fully go into it. Just keep doing it consistently over a period of time, and you're gonna see that you're gonna start making money randomly while you're in school. Lesson number 7: learn how to study. This is basically what my entire channel is based on, is how to study for students. We're never taught how to study. We're told if you study more, you're going to get better grades. But that's not how it works. That's really not how it works. There's different study techniques. Some are passive, some are active. And active ones give you a much better return on investment. So you can spend less time studying something with those techniques and get way better grades. Like, let's say I study 9 hours using a passive technique, I will get a B+. And I spend only 3 hours using an active technique, I'll get an A star. It works like that, basically. So I would highly recommend you go ahead and search how to study, best ways to studying, effective study techniques, all that stuff. I'll even link an article in the description below that will help you find out the best study techniques. Learn how to study, and it's going to change your life, because you're going to have much more time to do whatever you want, and you're going to simultaneously keep up your grades. So highly recommend you go ahead and figure out what are the best ways to study, especially for you. Lesson number 8: learn how to dress well. It might not seem that big of a thing about dressing well, whatever, but the thing is, the way you dress leaves an insane impression on basically everyone. If you're going to meet a guest, if you're going to, let's say, meet a family friend, guest, anyone you're meeting for a coffee chat, if you're not dressed according to the occasion, or if you're not dressed properly, immediately their opinion of you, or their perception of you, will go downhill, because they're going to be it's not even they're not even going to think. It's just the human mind will look at it, judge you, and say they're not dressed properly. So always make sure you dress really nice. You wear accessories like a watch, whatever you might want. You're always neat. Your hair is always neatly combed, whatever. Mine's not right now, but you just dress even if you're wearing a shirt, make sure that shirt is ironed or whatnot. The way you dress leaves an insane impression without you realizing on the other person. So start dressing pretty nice. You don't have to go blow your budget on suits and stuff. That's not what I mean. Just dress nice, dress clean, and smell good. Literally, that's it. I have a collection of 40 fragrances, and you don't need it. You just need a couple, 5 good fragrances, which will set you for the next 5 years. So smell good, look good, dress well, all these stuff. Your presentation is way more important than just basically your intelligence, because the first thing a human sees is not your intelligence, it's how you dress, how you basically how you carry yourself. Lesson number 9, and a very important lesson, is building a relationship with God. So I'm Muslim, alhamdulillah, and one of the most important things in my life is 100% my relationship with God. Reading the Quran, or praying my five daily prayers, whatever it may be. Whatever might happen in your life, good or bad, never lose that relationship with God. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, you're Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, let me name all religions, Jewish, I don't care what you are. Have a relationship with God. Because when you have a relationship with God and you actually like believe in it, you will not do harm to other people. That's why, like, if you meet a very like, I'm not saying like over extreme religious, or like, just someone who's religious but doesn't follow the religion properly. That's not what I mean. I mean someone who genuinely has a really good connection with God. They will never do you wrong. Like, they will always like be the most nicest, kindest, just the most amazing person you've ever met, because they really believe in the values of God. So build a relationship with God. If you're Muslim, pray 5 times a day, read Quran, whatever it may be. If you're Christian, read the Bible, whatever it is, right? Just what I'm trying to say is build a relationship with God and maintain it. Like, if it doesn't, like, not like, let's say one day I'm earning an insane amount of money, so I just forget God. Like, I'm at my lowest, so I remember God, and then when I'm at my highest, I forget God. No. Whether you're at your lowest, whether you're at your highest, always remember God, because do I need to say anything more? It's as important as that. Lesson number 10. Every bad time shall pass. This is very important, and this is something that I've just learned. Like, I've started to realize over the time. I lost my grandfather in 2023. I lost my grandmother in 2025, like just last year, like a couple of months ago, to cancer. And then I survived A-level chemistry, which is a thing for itself. And just like all those bad times, let's say, where my parents were mad at me, or something happened, or some tragedy happened in my life, all of that went by. And the way I was able to cope with that or go by it is when I made a mindset that this is a bad time, and I'll look back in like 6 months and this time will have passed. That's literally how I drag myself through every hard time. I just keep imagining the future when I have to deal with none of this. Even like literally 2 years of A-levels is the only reason I was able to survive them, is because I kept thinking, oh, in just 1 year I'll be out of A-levels. In just 6 months I'll be out of A-levels. In like 3 months I'll be and that, like, as I kept thinking that, and the time kept going on, and eventually I was done with A-levels. Same thing with uni, same thing with everything, bro. It's just, if you're going through a hard time, whatever it is, just say it's gonna pass eventually. Think of the time. Think of the moment of you living the moment when the time has passed. That will just keep you going, motivate you to just keep going a bit longer, and you'll be fine. Like, the bad time will pass. No bad time sticks forever. So always remember that. After the storm, there's a rainbow. You'll be fine. Lesson number 11 is appreciate your parents. This is a lesson I wanted to keep at the last for everyone who's watching. Please, please, please go ahead and appreciate your parents. Whether that's your dad, whether that's your mom, no matter what, they've done a lot for you. A lot. And I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart, because I'm sitting in Canada alone, by myself, no parents. My parents are 11,000 kilometers away, or like a 9 to 10 hour difference away, time zone away. And I wish I could go back to them. Like, I took all those moments with them, with my siblings, for granted, thinking, oh, it's just whatever. And then now I really miss them, because I'm like so far away across the world. So always make sure to treat your parents well. Never raise your voice at them. Always go and thank your mom. If she makes you food, thank her. Start thanking your dad. Start thanking your dad for like the roof he puts over your head. Start thanking your dad for the bed you sleep on every night. Start thanking your dad for the food he puts on the table. But whatever it is, start thanking both your parents on literally every small thing. Say thank you if he buys you something. Say thank you if your mom makes you something. Just like when you start saying thank you and you start showing how grateful you are to your parents, your life will 100% improve, but it will also make your parents very happy of you. Like, your parents will be like, my efforts, the efforts I'm making, or everything that I'm putting in is paying off because my child is grateful for it. So go in and go ahead and go hug your dad right now. Go hug your mom right now. Kiss them, whatever, right? And appreciate them. Your parents, unfortunately, as sad as it is, no human lives forever, and you might see a day where you lose one of your parents, and that day is going to be one of the most saddest days of your life, 100%, but also one of the days that you regret the most, because then you start regretting that, why did I not do this with my parents? Once they go, you realize their value, and you're going to be like, I wish I did this with them. I wish I had more time with them, whatever. You have time right now. If you have time right now, go and spend it with your parents. Simple as that. Just appreciate them a lot more. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. You can go, I'll leave 2 videos here that you can go in and check out. Please subscribe to the channel right over here. And yeah, I'll see you with another video very soon. Take care and goodbye. I really hope these lessons actually helped you guys. If they did, again, subscribe to the channel and like the video. That's all I ask. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye bye.